But this week on the NFL Coaches Hot Seat, according to Bleacher Report, Gridiron, Urban Meyer, David Coley, Matt Nagy, and Joe Judge.
Hot boy.
All right, so I don't know if anybody saw this, but after the Vikings won last week, there was an awkward celebration with Kirk Cousins, and Kirk Cousins was screaming his favorite quote, "You like that? You like that?" while punching Zimmer in the chest. It was a very awkward moment. That's how we're starting this off. Mike Zimmer's getting flamed up. I'm sorry.
Let's go! Welcome, everybody, to the Rick T Podcast. Fuck it, let it ride then. How about them Cowboys? Poyer over McGregor any day. The Rick T Platform is live right now.
MTV out. Savage! I'm a savage! Oh! I'm a savage! Whatever I want, I'm going to get! Whatever I want, I have to get! Yes! What's next? What's next? I gotta get it. I'm not gonna stay fucking down. I'm not gonna stay fucking lying down. I'm not. I can't do that, man. I can't do that. What's next? Give me something else. What can't you do? I can do it. I can do anything.
Oh, yeah. Welcome, everybody, to the Talk Your Talk show presented by the Rick T Platform. I am your host, Eric Holmes. You can follow me on all social media platforms right down below at RickT_E. Today, we got a special Talk Your Talk show for you. As you know, Talk Your Talk Wednesdays are back. And so is the FCF season. FCF season 2.0 starts April 16th. So a little bit over a month away, man. So you guys get ready for it. But today we got a special interview with, you guys see it right here, Malcom Sir Gump Ballard, man. How you doing, Sir Gump?
Excited, man. How y'all doing, man?
Chilling, bro. Chilling, man. I'm excited to get to know you, man. Like I told you, I've heard a lot about you. Everyone's seeing you all over Instagram stories and stuff like that. If you're into FCF, you know Gump, man. Myself, and I, man, I'm a big supporter of you. I watched you through the combines, voted for you to get into the season, man. So I'm excited to see what you got in store, brother. I'm excited.
I appreciate that, man. Big time.
So let's get started with the interview, man. And as you know, on Talk Your Talk, we end these interviews with Eric's hit list, and a bunch of FCF players through the league have them. It's just a little 3-part challenge that I'm going to give you that hopefully you can hit throughout the season, man. But first, let's get into the interview. So, Malcolm, tell the fans, myself, a little bit about yourself and where you came from, bro.
My name is Malcom Gump Ballard. The Gump comes from one of my boys from Florida. It means great under major pressure. So I use that through JUCO, and that's been my name since. But come from Riverside, California. Haven't played football in about 4 years, so getting back into it again. But it feels great, feels good. And I'm a personal trainer, also a high school track and field coach. Shout out Arlington High School.
Yes, sir.
Giving back to the community is what I do.
I love it, man. I love it, man. And I love that's one of the main things about you. And that's what I've seen all over Instagram is that you love to give back and you love to help people out in any way you can, whether it's my guy Flash Hill and getting his running form right, whether it's getting somebody right after a sore day on the practice field or anything like that, man. Sir. I love to see it, man. So tell us a little bit more about that. How did you get into that kind of field?
I wasn't always a student in the classroom. I was always more of an athlete, but when sports was taken away from me, I had to focus on school to be able to get to where I needed to get to. So I started focusing on the major that I was put into, which is kinesiology. Really started learning the body and what to do, what not to do, how it's supposed to move and how it's supposed to coordinate. And the more knowledge that I got to put into myself, I was able to pour into other people. So I was always kind of like a trainer because I've always loved to work out. I've been a workout geek since I was a kid. I used to watch YouTube, copy all the people's workouts and try to do them on my own. So it's like I've always been that person that teach people, and show people kind of how to do stuff. So I think that's where that personal training trait came into play.
I love that, man. And actually, I should have pulled the video up. I don't have it, but next time you're on RTP Network, man, we'll definitely have it. I've actually seen videos of you on Instagram before actually even training camp even started of you training, lifting weights, doing deadlifts and stuff on roller skates.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, bro. I seen those and I was like, oh my God, this guy gonna hurt himself. And then you did it and made it look easy, man. And I'm just sitting there like, oh man, he should have put like a warning in the comments, like "Do not try this at home."
Man, everybody keeps telling me to put the little warning, "Don't try this at home."
Facts, bro, facts, man. But how do you think those weird kind of workouts help you being a running back?
Honestly, if you really think about it, being on skates and trying to lift some weight is keeping that balance, having full body control of yourself. A couple times before I even recorded it, I tried it and I failed, and it was just like, okay, how can I change this? How can I put my feet in a good position where everything is going to work from toes up? So I really had to be mechanically sound in doing what I did. And even though it's really risky, it's like, I'm a risky guy. I like playing with fire. That's just who I am. You know what I mean? So it was just like, this is something cool. This is something I'd like to see someone else do. So I'm going to try it myself.
I like it, man. It definitely hit home, bro. Like I said, it stuck in my head. I'll never forget that because when I was watching that, I was like, click profile click. You know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta check who this is. Like, wait, did this dude just do this? And then you start looking through their other videos. So definitely keep doing those workouts, man. I definitely think it gives you an advantage being a back and especially in the FCF, bro. So
yes, sir.
I'm loving it. So speaking of the FCF, let's get into that a little bit, man. This is your first year in the FCF, correct?
Yes, sir.
And you said you haven't played football in a couple years, 3-4 years, man. So kind of getting back into it. How did you kind of get into FCF? Like, what gave you the idea to kind of shoot for it and just get back into training and going for it?
Trey Dante Hill, Flash himself. He hit my line once. He was at that first Atlanta camp that they had, and they went crazy, So he hit me, and because I trained him, so he hit me. Was like, "Hey, you trying to come to play in this little league that we have?" And I was like, "Sure." Let me come see what you guys got. So I went, and I did pretty good at my first camp, but it was a storm, so we ended it early. You know what I mean? So it was just kind of like I wasn't able to do exactly what I wanted to do, and plus I was off the couch. I wasn't, everything wasn't sound. I haven't picked up a football, messed with a football in over 4 years, so it was just one of those. Let's just see where I'm at.
Exactly, man.
And so I just went on with the process, and then they kept telling me to come back, keep coming back. And I was like, all right. I just kept fighting for it. And after each camp, they told me what I needed to work on. So I go home and I actually started working on it and actually just started, all right, let me put all this time into football again,
Exactly, man.
And so now
I'm loving that too, dude. That seems like an original story, because a lot of people want to, and that's like the whole morale around fan control football. Like, fans want to control it, and then when you see people in there playing and going through combines, you're like, man, I used to be an athlete. I want to play. Like, I want to get in there and play it, man. So your story is kind of inspirational to a lot of us, man. If you're sitting on that couch and you think you want to play, and if it's not this year, that gives you a whole year to train. You know what I mean?
Sir.
Like you said, you're off the couch, man. You had a decent workout. Imagine if you had a whole season to just get right. You know what I'm saying? So
yes, sir.
It can definitely happen. I'm loving that, man. So sticking with the FCF, bro, I'm gonna ask you a couple tough questions real quick. Okay. I know we talked about it a little bit before this, man, but I ask every FCF player, what way are you leaning towards a little bit through the teams? Are you leaning more towards an OG team that you want to get picked by, or an NFT team? And if you have one specific, maybe which one is that?
I'm a big Marshawn fan. I've been a Marshawn fan all my running back life. I've always wanted to play like beast mode, So I respect to every team, OG and the NFT teams. But if I could be on the beast, then I'd rock with the beast. But anybody who sees my potential and sees the greatness that I can add to their team, let's rock out.
Sir Gump on the beast, getting mentored by Marshawn Lynch. Oh, that's money right there, man.
Yes, sir.
What number are you taking this year?
They got me in 35 right now. I'm trying to earn something nice, by season. I could look at a 21, 28, 32, maybe 34, because I love Bo Jackson, so I'd rock with the 34.
Yes, sir.
I'll be Bo Jack out there real quick for y'all.
Bro, and 34 was my number when I was in like Little League, man, because I used to like watch Walter Payton all day long and be like, this guy is a legend. This guy is a legend, man. You don't wear 34 if you ain't a bad motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
You feel me? Thank you. You already know.
I hate to say it, man. For real, man. So I'm excited to see what number you're going to pick, man. Definitely let me know, man. We'll go ahead and rock it on the RTP.
Appreciate that, man.
My next question, bro. It is your first year in FCF, but you kind of got a little bit of taste of season one. And I think this year is going to be completely different, to be honest. Last year was in a bubble. This year you guys are in a team hotel, but you guys are free to kind of do as you please and go about. You know what I'm saying? New stadium, fans are going to be there. It's just a completely different environment, man. What are you most excited about this season?
Honestly, just the experience and the exposure. Getting to the point of accepting that I wouldn't be a football player again has really built into me. So I kind of started looking at this more than football. As good as I am and as talented as I am, I'm using this exposure to pour into other people. You know what I mean? I feel like that's my purpose, and this is why God gave me this talent. You feel me? And to use the FCF, we didn't make it to the league for a reason. Like our plans didn't work out for a reason. You know what I mean? And then all of a sudden, this different league comes into play, and all of a sudden, guys are getting their contracts and getting paid to play football, but it's like we're getting taught to be more than football players. You know what I mean? We're not walking in a straight line of just a football player. We're blessed with other talents that we're supposed to be using. But oh no. Oh. The lights.
Oh no.
Hold on, y'all. Okay.
Hey.
We're good.
Lights back on.
Man, that was crazy. These lights in this hotel are crazy. They be doing this in our meetings and all of that.
They just shut off like that.
Yeah, they just be going off, just like the Undertaker's
wave your arms,
or something
man.
like that,
Yeah,
but no, yeah, man. This is just a platform to be able to talk to people and let people know whatever you want to do, you can do it. Just, you feel me? Be great under the pressure that life gives you, because it's not trying to mess you up. You feel me? It's literally trying to build you for what you have next, what you like, your purpose.
Facts.
You're destined for greatness. So just try to stay on track. Try to do it, and that's what the FCF really is what I'm using the FCF for.
Hell yeah, man. And like yourself and a lot of people in this league and myself, I kind of look at this with like high school. I'm like, man, I wish I could go back with the knowledge I have now and just redo it. And that's kind of the FCF with these guys' football dreams. You know what I mean? If I could go back and play football, I would do it this way. And now that you and a lot of these other guys are getting this opportunity that might be looking at it from that perspective and saying it's bigger than football. I'm going to play this a smart way, and I'm going to use this platform this way and this platform this way and stuff like that, man. So I love it, man. Second chance. You know
what I mean? Thankful for it.
Facts, bro. Facts. So we're going to get into Eric's hit list, bro. And like I said, a lot of people in the FCF have this. I love to give this list out because it means something to a lot of these people. The way I kind of compare this hit list is kind of what Kobe Bryant gave a lot of his fellow NBA players after he retired. You know what I mean? He looked at Giannis Antetokounmpo and said, I'm challenging you to be MVP one day. And it might have took Giannis a year or two to get it, but he got it. You know what I mean? Sir. Look where he's at now, man. So I'm calling this Eric's hit list, and I'm going to give you 3 challenges that I'm going to try to give you to hit throughout this season.
Let's do it.
Hey, man, I got a little prize for those who do hit them, man. And I will say, though, before I give you yours, no one has came on this show and just been like, oh, hell no, I can't do that. I got to decline the challenge.
Oh, yeah.
And it pumped me up for yours, man. So I'm going to go ahead and say off the top of my head, yours is the hardest one I've given out yet.
Man, let's get it, man. Like I said, I'm great under major pressure. This is what the Sir Gump's all about. Let's bring it.
Let's get it, my boy. Let's get it. So Eric's hit list for FCF season 2.0 for Sir Gump. Number 1, longest touchdown scored in season 2.0.
Yes.
Man, field might be 50 yards, man, but I'm expecting you to get a 50-yard touchdown, so I'm loving it, bro. Number 2, 500 yards rushing in this total in this whole season, bro. And that might be tough, too, because it's 50-yard fields and there's 7 games in the regular season. But I think you can do it. I do. So. I do. Especially if you're on the Beast, bro. I think the Beast are going to give you the rock.
Yes, sir.
Hey. And number 3, bro, the top live speed by any FCF player in season 2.0. Some good challenges.
Those some great challenges.
Definitely some good challenges, man. I know you got speed. I seen you at the combine. I remember the speed.
Yes,
it was all over NBCLX and it was all over Twitch. We all know about it, bro.
Yes, sir.
So my question to you, my boy, is do you accept these challenges?
I accept 1, 2, and 3 challenges, and we're finna hit every single one of those challenges.
Let's go, my boy accepts the challenges.
Come on, y'all.
Let's go. I'm hyped about that. Yes, sir. My guy, Sir Gump. Again, my boy, we appreciate you for tuning in and joining us here on the Talk Your Talk show presented by the RTPlatform, boy.
Man,
you
I
got your Eric's
you guys.
hit list.
Appreciate
Season
y'all.
2.0 is right around the corner. The draft is right around the corner. And we did have some viewers that I know got some information from you right here. So they're telling their specific teams like, yo, we got to watch out for somebody big time.
Yes, sir.
The Beasts are looking at my boy, Sir Gump, Glacier Boys. We got to go ahead and maybe tag this guy early.
Y'all hear that tag? Tag him. Tag him.
Tag him.
Tag him.
You ain't going to keep him if you don't tag him.
I'm the diamond in the rough in this league. Y'all better tag me. I'm telling y'all. Don't sleep.
My boy, let's go. Let's go, my boy. Yes, sir. Yeah. Once again, my boy, we appreciate you. My guy, Jason M. Wright, he said you can do it.
Appreciate you, Jason Wright, man. Appreciate you, Jason M. Wright, man. I'm going to stick to it. We sticking to it.
Bro. Again, my guy, Malcolm, man, we appreciate you for tuning in and joining us here on the Talk Your Talk show, man. We're definitely going to have to hit a midway season Talk Your Talk, join in with all the players that got an Eric's hit list and see where they're at. You know what I'm saying? Sure. See where they're at on the hit list, man. So I'll be watching this season, and I know a lot of others will too, man. Again, love.
Appreciate y'all, man. Thank you.
Of course, brother. Of course. That was my boy, Malcom, Sir Gump Ballard. Man, I think he's going to ball the hell out, bro. One of my best interviews here on the Talk Your Talk show. But we're going to get into a commercial break here. Once again, before you guys leave, his Eric's hit list. Longest touchdown scored in season 2.0. 500 rushing yards total on the year. And top live speed by any FCF player in season 2.0. My boy accepted it. And I think he's going to kill it, man. So stick around on the other side of this break. We're talking some NFL news, some NBA news. And we're going to break some shit. We're going to talk our talk, man. So stick with us. We got a great commercial, man. Appreciate you, Sir Gump.
Fan Control Football is taking the fan experience to a new extreme with the Ballers Collective. the only NFT project that puts holders in control of IRL professional football teams. There are 8,888 ballers per team. Each one is unique and created from more than 150 possible traits and gear items. Fans who purchase Ballers NFTs gain access to an exclusive club that manages the 4 new expansion teams in the fan-controlled football league. Like the fans of our 4 OG teams, Ballers Collective NFT holders will be able to name their teams, draft their players, and call plays in real time during live games. For the win! But what makes owning a Ballers NFT next level? Ballers NFT holders receive additional IRL benefits, such as limited edition merch drops, VIP seating at games, player meet and greets, enhanced voting power, and more.
Oh my God, that was incredible.
Don't miss out. Our pre-sale is on February 3rd, and our public sale is on February 4th. Get your Ballers Collective NFT for your team and get in the game.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Let me ask you.
Everything I
gotta ask Jello a serious question. Is Chase Claypool a number 1 receiver in your eyes?
Yes, with growth, he's still a young guy. He will absolutely be a number 1.
No, right now, receiver. Is he a number 1 wide receiver, or is he number 2? Honestly,
on that team, he's number 2 right now. Last year, he was number 1, though.
So you think on any other team, he's a 1?
I could name 12 teams right now where he could go to and be the number 1. Jaguars. You could keep going. You could go Seattle. You could put Claypool with Russell Wilson. He could look at. Yes, sir.
Over
Seattle.
Lockett and DK
Jello's smoking that mother shit tonight.
No.
We could keep this going. There's other teams as well where this man would be the number 1. Not
Chase
even
Claypool
close.
is not that good. So this is my exact point. Before we move on, I would rather debate the fact. I would rather debate the fact that he is not a number 1, and that you can debate that he is one of the top number 2s in the league. I'm not saying he's bad, but he is not a franchise number 1 receiver. He's not.
Giants, he could be a number 1 receiver. Absolutely.
New York?
Yes. No. Who? What are the other Giants in the league?
No, I'm just saying, like, you think in New York, one of the biggest stages in the world with his immature ass, he's going to be any better than Odell was.
But he's talking about pure athleticism. And when it comes down to pure athleticism and talent, Claypool's the number 1 wide receiver.
Let's talk about his pure athleticism. He can only run a fly route. When have you ever seen Chase Claypool double move somebody? When have you ever seen
all the time. His dig routes are clean. His separation. I mean, these are things he does. All right, let's talk about it.
Chase Claypool is one-dimensional.
Okay, so people are mad about one dance on the field. You can't call him immature, where when you look at Antonio Brown, Odell Beckham Jr., the things they did. Odell fought a freaking kicking net, for example.
But have we ever I don't even think Odell's a number 1 on the Rams.
We're not a fan of Odell. We're not a fan of Odell on this show, so don't throw that in our face.
Yeah. Welcome back to the Talk Your Talk Show. I want to see somebody do Thriller as an FCF touchdown dance. Like I said, welcome back to the Talk Your Talk Show. We just had one of our best interviews, I would say, with Mr. Sir Gump. My guy, Malcom Gump Ballard. And then my guy, RTP in the chat, man. We appreciate you for tuning in, my boy. Everybody go ahead and hashtag RTP. 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 No, man, you're good, man. Customers are always shitty, man. But we're going to get into it. So, you know what else has been shitty? Especially for me as a Dallas Cowboys fan, man. Free agency, offseason. All the bullshit that's been going down in the AFC West. I'm not happy about it. But we're going to go ahead and talk about it and break it down. So let's go ahead and get started with this. This offseason has been quite a wild one, just at the quarterback position. So recently, we've had Matt Ryan to the Colts, Russell Wilson to the Broncos, Deshaun Watson to the Browns, Carson Wentz to the Commies, Mitch Trubisky to the Steelers. Marcus Mariota to the Falcons. I'm loving that one. Tom Brady retires and then unretires. Aaron Rodgers stays in Green Bay. Kirk Cousins stays in Minnesota. And Jameis Winston stays in New Orleans. I will say this. Thank God none of my quarterback's not in that. If your quarterback is not in this list right now, praise the fucking football gods. And I'm telling you why. There's not really a big quarterback class coming up in the next 3 to 4 years. And that's exactly why so many of these coaches and so many of these teams in the NFL are panicking. They seen the combine. They started scouting a little bit lower. What are we going to do here? We're going to go ahead and trade for Carson Wentz for 4 years. Like that's the best option. Carson Wentz. We're going to go ahead and get Marcus Mariota out of, retirement, basically off of the bench in Las Vegas. And let's go ahead and bring him down here and he'll be our new franchise. I'm loving that. But as a fan, are you fans loving that down in Atlanta? Are you fans loving that down in Washington or wherever you may be? I mean, you guys can't be loving some of these draft picks or some of these trades, bro. There's no way Steelers fans are satisfied with Mitch Trubisky. There's no way. With quarterbacks like Aaron Rodgers that was out there, Russell Wilson went to Denver, Deshaun Watson went to the Browns. Like there's got to be better options in some of these quarterbacks. But man, I think a lot of these quarterbacks are panicking. Or a lot of these teams are panicking with the quarterback situation. And like I said, if your quarterback is not in that list, thank you, God. Thank you, football gods. Thank you. Thank you. But let's talk about one of the breaking news stories. Aaron Rodgers stays in Green Bay. And that is breaking because Davante Adams is out of Green Bay now. So let's talk about it. Tuesday, Aaron Rodgers officially signs extension with the Packers. Thursday, Davante Adams traded to the Raiders. Why is this a big deal? This is why it's a big deal. The most receiving touchdowns since 2014. Mike Evans, 75. Davante Adams, now a Raider, at 73. Antonio Brown, free agent, a.k.a. rapper, a.k.a. movie star, a.k.a. my boy, at 68. DeAndre Hopkins at 66 and Travis Kelce at 57. So Davante Adams is a real threat. And that is a real big problem for a lot of the teams in the AFC West. And as you guys know, we got some breaking news today. I actually didn't put the graphic up, but Tyreek Hill is now a Dolphin. So he is out of the AFC West. They projected Travis Kelce the minute that Tyreek Hill left to have 2,700 receiving yards in 2022. I giggled. I was like, you think he is breaking 1,500 tops? I get he's a good receiver or tight end receiver, whatever you want to call him, but there is no way that they are real contenders now without Tyreek Hill, without Mr. Speed. But you know who that does make a pretty good contender? Miami Dolphins. If they can get that quarterback situation figured out. And I was talking to my dad, who's a Dolphins fan. He said, thank God we got Teddy Bridgewater. And I was like, what? Teddy Bridgewater? Why are you so hype about that? He said, because Tua can't throw the deep ball. And that's all Tyreek Hill does is run deep. And I was like, you got a fucking point. You got a point. So it might be Teddy Bridgewater time in Miami. Just a little quick thought. But getting back into it, man, let's go ahead and talk about this. Atlanta says goodbye. They waved goodbye to 2 local legends in less than a week this week. So Matt Ryan traded to the Colts, drafted by the Falcons, 14 seasons in Atlanta, 2016 MVP, and now he's gone to Indianapolis. And then let's talk on the baseball side, man. Freddie Freeman, drafted by the Braves, 12 seasons in Atlanta, 2020-2021 World Series champion for the Atlanta Braves, and now he is signed with the Dodgers, the Dodgers, as Tony would say, in free agency. It's a shame. It's a shame. And I think it's a shame actually for Matt Ryan because Matt Ryan's, I think, got a little bit of juice left in him. I think a lot of people think this guy is close to retirement, and he's still looking pretty decent for a quarterback. If you look at the most yards since 2016, he's leading by 1,300. It's not even close. So Matt Ryan might have a little bit of juice left in him. But let's go ahead and talk about that trade specifically. The pick the Falcons received from the Colts for the Matt Ryan trade, a 3rd round, 82nd overall pick. They can't get away from this fucking number. You guys remember the 28-3 comeback by the New England Patriots? They cannot get away from that number to save their goddamn lives. But let's go ahead and talk about some stats. So 2021 season with the Falcons versus the 2021 season with the Colts, Mr. Matt Ryan and Mr. Carson Wentz, 234.5 passing yards versus a 211.1 passing yards of Mr. Carson Wentz, 19 touchdowns versus the 26, 11 interceptions versus the 6. So that one goes to Carson Wentz as well. And then 5 rushing yards per game and 12 rushing yards per game. So I don't know. Do you guys think Atlanta got to upgrade? Carson or Matt? You guys go ahead and answer the question. Carson or Matt? Me personally, I'm going Carson, and that is why I'm not happy that he's in Washington, because I don't think Carson is as bad as a lot of people do. Yes, we used to crush him with the Eagles, but now he's not in that negative, toxic environment of Philadelphia. Yuck. Now he's in Washington, D.C. He might be with the commies doing something real. This guy is one of the most slippery quarterbacks that I have ever seen in the pocket. If you don't have 3 guys hitting this guy from head to shoulder to waist, he's going to slip out of your sack, man. Carson Wentz is a problem. I'm going Carson Wentz. Hammer it. I'm hammering it. I'm hammering it. Carson on a good day. No, Carson on a bad day, buddy. Come on. Come on, Lockett. Don't be doing me like that, man. And he's saying Tua is going to sell. Could Tua ruin their whole plan? Could he be part of the Brian Flores fan club and be trying to take down Miami one by one by one? He can do it. I don't know. My guy RTPT is saying Malik Willis looked great at Pro Day. Who's taking him? He's going top 10. Who's got a top 10 pick who really needs a quarterback? Too close to call. Both are average. That's a very, very bold statement by Jason M. Wright. Honestly, I agree with it, though. They're both mid. I wouldn't say neither of them are great, neither of them are poor. They're both mid. But that's why I didn't really understand Carson on a good day. Does he ever really have a good day? I don't know. Moving on. Let's get off this Carson Wentz situation to a situation that happened down in Cleveland. They got Deshaun Watson. They got Amari Cooper. They got Nick Chubb. They got Kareem Hunt. These guys are loaded on the offensive end now. So let's go ahead and talk about Deshaun Watson. And I seen a bold tweet today. So let's go ahead and get into it. Let's go ahead and pull this banner down real quick. With all the money given to Deshaun Watson and all the draft picks given to get him, Bengals still better than the Browns. There, I said it. And that is via Pete Prisco. So if you guys agree that the Bengals are still better than the Browns, which I personally do, it took me a while to kind of get on that Bengals train. But now that you see the potential of Jamar Chase, now that you see the potential of Joe Burrow, they got Joe Mixon in the backfield. Like, that defense is pretty decent. Like Jesse Bates, one of the best safeties in the league, in my opinion. Top safety over Justin Simmons, at least. But yeah, I don't know, man. I personally think that they're better than the Browns, but I think the Browns are better than a lot of teams with Deshaun Watson now. It's just not the Bengals. And that's a hard comparison, being they just came off of a Super Bowl loss and not even by much. Like, they barely got beat. So I don't know. That's a hard one. I heard OBJ wants to come back because of Watson. Yeah, I think that's boof. That's why I didn't put it on here. But we can talk about it real quick. Watson going to get suspended before we get to see him play. And my father said the same thing. He said, I think he's going to get a 6-game suspension before he even plays. My question is why? Like, I really don't know. I'm asking for myself, like, why is he going to get suspended? I thought he didn't face any charges. Is it because he sat out last year? What's the deal? Why is he going to get suspended? But, yeah, Odell Beckham trying to come back to Cleveland. That shows his hatred for Baker. I'll tell you that much. If he's that quick to be like, yeah, I'll go back to Cleveland after, 7 games in a Super Bowl, I'll definitely head back to my old house in Cleveland and kick it with Deshaun Watson. Amari Cooper's there now. We can vibe out. Where is Baker going? Like, what if they don't dish Baker? Just for example. RTPT's got it right. Not going to play it down. Jesus. Because civil court cases are still probably cause for suspension. Okay. So what does Cleveland do is my point. What if they don't dish Baker? Like, what if nobody wants him? I obviously think out of 32 teams, at least one team probably could use Baker. the Texans, out of the Seahawks. I don't know, a handful of teams. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. 6-game suspension, that's half your season right now. I mean, you just you just signed Amari Cooper to 4 years. You got Deshaun Watson to 5. If you're sitting out 6 games through 1, you're kind of just like getting paid for nothing, my boy, because you got a lot of money guaranteed, Deshaun. A lot of money guaranteed. A whole lot of money, as AB would say. A whole lot of money. No, I want Drew Lock to get another chance. Oh, and this guy is a Seattle fan. That's one thing I agree with you, Tyler Lockett, for MVP. Lockett for MVP. I'm just going to call him MVP. I'm going to call him GOAT because Lockett is GOAT. But anyway, yeah, I want Drew Lock to get another chance up there in Seattle too. I think it'd be nice. He has swagger. DK, I mean, he's no Megatron, but he's good. If they can keep Tyler Lockett, I don't know his age, and obviously he's getting older. If they can keep him in physical shape, yes. And then if they should run the Chris Carson, Penny backfield, Rashad Penny backfield, if they can duo those like the way like Dallas does with Zeke and Tony Pollard, like that'll be so goddamn dirty. So dirty. So I'm telling you, I don't know. It's a fun offseason, I'll tell you that much. But this is what worries me. A fun offseason makes for a boring fucking draft. And the draft extravaganza is not boring by any means, but do I want to just watch a bunch of no-names get drafted off the board? Absolutely not. Give me some quarterbacks. Give me some receivers. Give me some playmakers. There's no way I want to see 7 O-linemen and 9 D-linemen go in this first round. And I have a fear that that's kind of how it's going to go because of the way all these quarterbacks are getting swapped up, all the way these receivers are getting swapped up. Like, is there any room for quarterbacks or receivers in this year's first round? Maybe a couple, but we'll see. That's why they only gave him a first year, $1 million guaranteed to protect his money for the remainder of the contract. Okay. Hot take, Penny over Carson. Yes, that's not a hot take. That's facts. Especially coming off an injury at Carson's. Carson's mad injury prone. And I had Penny in fantasy last year for like the last 6-7 weeks. Motherfucker was cold. That's all I'll say. Dude was hot. All right. Dude was running the rock. I don't know where he's from, but them motherfuckers tote that rock where he's from. And I'm loving it. Rashad Penny over Chris Carson 100%. But let's move on. We just talked about the Deshaun Watson. Let's go ahead and compare some stats. So the 2020 season, not the 2021, the 2020 season with the Texans of Deshaun Watson. And then we're going to talk about the 2021 season with Baker and the Browns. So 4,823 yards compared to Baker's 3,010. But don't forget, Baker was hurt for a couple weeks this year, and I believe he missed a couple games. 33 touchdowns compared to Baker's 17. No excuse there. That's an ass whooping. 7 interceptions compared to 13. Again, injury, no excuse, but injury. And then a 63.7 QBR and a 35.1% QBR. And I will not blame that on the injury report. So they definitely get an upgrade at the quarterback position. But my problem with all these trades going on now is these teams are giving away like the next 5 years of their future to one specific team for one player. Like the Broncos gave up 2 first rounds, a second round and a third round for Russell. The Dolphins just gave up a first round this year, a second round this year, a fourth round this year, and then a second and third next year for Tyreek Hill. Like, I get he's good, but like, damn. Like, you're giving up literally your future for this one guy. Imagine Tyreek Hill, and God forbid this happens, but imagine Tyreek Hill goes out there week 2, tears his ACL. Comes back next year and is never the same. He runs a 4.8 like me. You know what I mean? Like, imagine that. And you're paying this dude that much. He's the highest paid receiver in the NFL now. Like, I just think these teams should be smarter. And that's almost where I feel like the Browns got lucky as shit with Amari Cooper. They gave up a fucking 4th and a 5th to Dallas and got Amari Cooper. If that ain't talent and trading, I don't know what is, but it's crazy. Dolphins gave up too much, in my opinion. That's not shit. You keep saying this is a hot take and this is in your opinion. You're spitting facts, Lockett. You're spitting fucking facts. I think the draft is interesting because you might get and see nobody make a big name for themselves in the NFL. Will be another Tom Brady. We don't need that. No, I'm just fucking with you. I definitely support these young players, man. But after looking at this, I was watching some ESPN, and somebody said a very, very hot take on Baker, and it made a lot of sense. But both of these teams are going to have to figure out what the fuck they're doing with the quarterback position. So go ahead and pop it up. Surprise landing spot for quarterback Baker Mayfield. Keep an eye on the San Francisco 49ers. Don't they got Trey Lance? Don't they got Jimmy G? What are they doing? They're going to trade for Baker Mayfield possibly. That'll be crazy. If they can acquire Baker Mayfield along with having Jimmy G still on their roster, even though they told him he can go look for a trade, they still have him on the roster. And they have Trey Lance, who they just drafted in the first round, top 5. If you guys didn't see the draft extravaganza, go ahead and watch that. We'll go ahead and play it after the show today. But top 5 for fucking Trey Lance. And there's a possible landing spot for Baker and San Fran. So I don't want to go too much into it, but keep your eyes on that San Fran, Baker, maybe a little connection. I guess they have mutual interest. Don't know why San Fran has interest in Baker, but I'm going to go ahead and see. So let's go ahead and talk about this. Von Miller, as you guys know, he didn't come to my Dallas Cowboys. He didn't go back to Denver and for a reunion. The guy literally went all the way across the country to Buffalo. So from Denver to LA to Buffalo. And some breaking news came with that. The Bills are now the betting favorites to win Super Bowl 37. Hashtag Bills Mafia. Josh Allen, Von Miller, Stephon Diggs, Zach Moss, Devin Singletary. That team is fucking loaded. And they know how to play in the cold too, which is a problem for a lot of other teams. So keep your eyes on Buffalo. Keep your eyes on Buffalo. But let's go ahead and talk about the top remaining free agents at each position. So the quarterback position was Jameis Winston. He's gone. He re-signed with the Saints for a 2-year deal. Love it. Leonard Fournette was next at the running back position. Gone. Signed back to Tampa the minute Tom Brady came back. He said, I'm gonna go ahead and give me another ring. So at the receiver position, Odell Beckham Jr. is still a free agent wide receiver. We did talk about him maybe reuniting with the Cleveland Browns. Personally, I don't see that happening. Don't know if they have the money. Don't know if they want to take another chance on him. But I don't know where I see him going. But he's the top free agent wide receiver right now. Top free agent tight end. This guy is still yet to sign back to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in Mr. Rob Gronkowski. Where will he end up? Will he end up with the Bengals? I know he was talking real highly about Joe Burrow. I don't know. Will he end up on the West Coast and get away from all this mumbo-jumbo Tampa Bay, New England shit? Who knows? Offensive line, J.C. Treater, still out there. Teron Armstead got signed with the Dolphins earlier today. Pretty hype. Safety, Tyrone Matthew. He's still out there at that position. Stephon Gilmore at the cornerback position is still out there. Bobby Wagner, surprisingly, is still out there, but he took a visit with the Rams today, so we'll see if they can go ahead and lock him up. That'll be rough. Edge rushers is Darius Smith is still out there. I know he's been real hard pushed by my Cowboys, but still nothing. So we'll go ahead and see. And then at the D-line, Akeem Hicks. As you guys know, my boy Akeem Hicks is a certified run stopper, but he's getting old in age. So we'll go ahead and see what happens with these free agents. Again, Odell Beckham Jr., Rob Gronkowski, J.C. Treater, Tyrone Matthew, Stephon Gilmore, Bobby Wagner, Zadarius Smith, and Akeem Hicks. Swinging it over to the NBA side, talking about my personal Celtics. So January 22nd, 3 days before my 25th birthday, my Celtics were 23-24. I was low as I could have ever been. Maybe some would call it a depression. But looking at them since then, they're 22-4, the best record in the NBA span since then. I was actually at the Celtics game the other night when they spanked the shit out of the Jokic and the Nuggets. It was dirty. Them Denver fans was pissed. They was pissed. Don't want to go too into it, man, but bleed green. You guys keep an eye out for my Celtics going into playoffs. Playoffs are coming in soon. But now we're going to talk about it. And in this segment in Breaking Bread, we're not talking about bets. We're talking about bet breakers. So, Justin, Breaking Bread, roll the tape. Roll it.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, money, money.
Dollar, dollar. Dollar, dollar.
Dollar. So let's go ahead and get into it. We're talking March Madness, and I know that's been breaking my goddamn wallet. I've literally been off the bets for almost a week now. I'm itching to get a bet out there, but I know my wallet is telling me to just keep it calm. Like just wait until the end of March, Eric. We'll give you all the money you want. Just wait until the end of March. But please don't do this to us in March. And I'm listening to my wallet right now. So I didn't even hear about the Von Miller to the Bills. Wow. Yeah, that was a couple days ago. San Fran will probably beat Green Bay no matter who they have. San Fran is cold no matter who they have. You're right. Za'Darius signed with the Vikings. What? No. Za'Darius signed with... What? Damn. Y'all going crazy. Bobby, come back. No. Bobby, come back. That's pretty clever. No Smith signed with the Vikings. Okay. Za'Darius Smith to the Vikings. Congratulations, Za'Darius. But what? The Vikings. What goes on up there?
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money.
Dollar.
Fucking March Madness. Like I said, it's been breaking my fucking pockets. So let's go ahead and talk about it. NCAA tournament round of 64, day 1. Number 15, St. Peter's over number 2, Kentucky, dubs. Number 12, Richmond over number 5, Iowa, dubs. Number 12, New Mexico State over number 5, UConn, dubs. Number 11, Michigan over number 6, Colorado State University, dubs. So you guys see it, man. Let's go Spiders. Richmond Spiders. Let's go. Day 2 upsets. Number 11, Iowa State over. Iowa State over number 6, LSU. Number 11, Notre Dame over 6, Alabama. And then number 10, Miami over number 7, USC. That's fucking shit. I'm a Pac-12 fan, but I can't root for Miami at all, ever. So after these upsets and sitting in our tournament brackets where we are right now, Gonzaga has a 41.6 chance to win the NCAA tournament. St. Peter's now has a 0.1 chance to win the NCAA tournament. So are you taking St. Peter's or are you taking Gonzaga? Maybe taking somebody in between, but go ahead and look at the odds before you do. So sitting at the top, plus 225 Gonzaga with a 41.6 chance of winning it. At the bottom, Iowa State with a 0.1 chance, and then St. Peter's 0.1 chance. Plus 20,000. Shit. St. Peter's guard with the mustache got to deal with BWW. What? St. Peter's winning the tournament. No. I'll tell you who I'd put my money on right here. Just looking at all the teams that are left. And we can look at them even this way. I'll go ahead and pull them up like this, like we're playing a video game here. I obviously have Gonzaga winning it in my tournament. So I obviously hope they get through far. Arizona's a threat this year. Kansas is a threat this year. North Carolina's a big threat this year, low-key. And a lot of people, when I said this at the beginning of the season, or not even beginning, before March Madness, all my RTP boys laughed at me. Houston's a good-ass college basketball team. I don't know how we're sleeping on them. And one team I didn't even mention, Duke. Let's not go ahead and sleep on Duke. Maybe even Villanova. Maybe even Kansas. Let's not sleep on these teams, man. But let's go ahead and look at it real quick. Gonzaga, Arkansas, Duke, Texas Tech, Arizona, Houston, Michigan, Villanova, Miami, Iowa State, Providence, Kansas. Look at Providence go. St. Peter's, Purdue, UCLA, and North Carolina. All the teams left fighting for the championship. So go ahead and let us know right now. Who's winning it all? Hashtag March Madness. Hashtag the team that you have winning it all in chat right now before we get on out of here. Oh, Buffalo Wild Wings. Why? People sleeping on Houston football too. I might be one of those sleepers. Maybe on the Houston team. Talk to me about Cincinnati. It might be a different story, though. You know what I'm saying? But one thing that's surprising to me, and this is our last topic before we ride on out your Wednesday night, man. Rick T's podcast, Rick T platform, Talk Your Talk, FCF Kumbaya, cookouts and fist fights style. Tony, stop. twice as sweet. Schools to reach both women's and men's Sweet 16 this year: North Carolina, Michigan, and Iowa State. Congratulations to those men's and women's basketball team who grinded their ass off all season to make it to where they're at now. NIL deal, what you mean? He's a dog. We ain't talking about that. We're talking about men's and women's basketball team from the same school, making Sweet 16, making their school proud. Hey, that right there is hella recruitment for whoever's coming in through high school. Like, where do you want to play? Ooh, hashtag Kansas. Okay, Jason. Jason, my boy. And I want to go ahead and say shout out to Jason for being a new viewer, man. I've actually never seen you in any of our shows, but I've seen you very, very active today, staying social with us, man. So shout out to you, my boy, Jason Wright. Hashtag Kansas. A member to the new RTP Mafia, my boy Jason. So thank you for tuning in, man. But we're gonna go ahead and get out of here, man. As you guys see on the graphic, we talked hella sports, basketball, football, FCF. We had an interview with actually FCF player Malcom Gump Ballard. It was a hella good interview, man. So if you didn't see it, go ahead and watch back on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. We'll have some highlights everywhere, my boys. So thank you guys for tuning into the Talk Your Talk Show episode 1,000,000. The off season interviews. It's just Talk Your Talk presented by the RTP Platform, man. We appreciate you. I am your host, Eric Holmes. You can follow me on all social media platforms down below at RickT_E. Go ahead and hammer it. Hammer it like it's a FanDuel bet. You know what I'm saying? But we appreciate you guys. We'll see you guys on Saturday for cookouts and fistfights, and Sunday morning with the RickT podcast. We are out of here. Peace. As you guys can see, the outfit attire for us hosts, I mean, for at least some of us hosts, is business casual. You know, we want to seem like we're really on, you know, ESPN covering the draft here to my left. But also joined along with me today, we have alongside Justin Sanchez, and your boy Indo is my Nindo. Indo is at work, so we're going to pop him back on here in 1 second when he is available, and then we'll get it popping. What's up, Justin? Welcome to the show, bro.
Yeah, man, thanks. I appreciate that shot. You know what I mean? It's probably because I'm wearing a Raider jersey, but, you know, repping my team on draft night.
The way
Ravens fan, represent, ready to get this draft started, man.
Hell no, man. Get out of here, man. We got a Ravens fan in the flock now. I don't like it. The energy feels off.
Where are you calling from? Where are you calling from, Spike?
Oh, Hawaii, bro. Hilo, Hawaii. 808.
Fucking snazzy. Welcoming Jason Zegan. How you doing, brother?
What up, boys? How you doing?
Good, man. Welcome.
Happy
you know,
draft night.
Yes, so guest, super fan for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Let's all give a big round of a hand for our boy Tro, man. Welcome to the show, Tro.
Yo.
Yes, sir.
Hey, what's going on?
Yes, sir.
What's up, man? How you feeling? Right now?
Ready to go. What's up, commercial? Let's roll.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Let's get the draft underway.
Yeah.
Welcome to the 2021 NFL Draft. Come on, Cleveland.
Cleveland's going crazy. They're booing the shit out of
They're booing him. Let's go, baby.
They booing him, boy. That's a great tradition. I love that tradition.
It is. I love how he started to embrace it now too.
He's like, come on.
Let me introduce them, even though they don't need to be introduced to Browning fans. First,
Jesus.
Jarvis Landry.
You guys agree that that's the right representation of the Browns in Cleveland?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think they should have chose Baker.
I expect Baker.
Nick
For sure, Baker.
I thought Baker too. I thought it was gonna be Baker. Justin, this could be us next year. This could be us. We could be being picked. Me and Justin, he really brought that chair on stage, dog.
I look like being quick. I'd like to bring out Matt from the Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Here we go, Brownies.
Taking the stage, so let's go ahead and take a listen. He said, "Get up out my chair, fat girl."
Come on.
Get back to the stage.
Come on, Shawty.
You're wrong for that.
With the first pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Jacksonville Jaguars select Trevor Lawrence.
Easy. Too easy. Trevor Lawrence goes number 1. Tro goes crazy, bro. show doing an interview. MLB content creator, like I said, super fan of New York Jets, Matthew Faraci, man. How you doing, Matt?
What's up, brother? I know you hype right now. I know you hype.
Yeah, ready to go, man.
Let's listen to it.
In the 2021 NFL Draft, the New York Jets select Zach Wilson.
Oh, shit.
Quarterback, BYU.
Zach Wilson, man.
There it is.
Get it.
Zach Wilson. Like you said, Matt, especially when you're repping your team. Is that a Mark Sanchez jersey?
Oh, bro, you already know.
Of course.
Bro, best quarterback in Jets history.
Yeah.
Man, bro. 2 AFC championships when he threw like 30 interceptions in a year. Like, the dude is a legend, bro. Like, come on now.
3 months.
Get your soul. Tell them that the